Hey guys, it's Cody. My cousin Tracy, she's been watching YouTube videos, crafting videos for a while. Hi Tracy. And I'm trying to convince her to do some videos, so we'll see. But she had watched my video when I made the box and the little mini out of a 6x6 piece of paper, and she asked if I would do a tutorial on the box. So this tutorial is for you, Tracy. Hi B, if you're listening or watching. B is her fiance. And just to let you know a little bit about B, he loves to go to Hobby Lobby and Michael's with Tracy. He just loves it. It's one of his favorite things. So, let's see. I already did the bottom part to save time, but I'll explain how to do it. What I did, and it all depends on your paper. The paper that I'm using right now is from the TFW Floral Fair stack, and it's not perfect 12 by 12, okay? This is a thinner paper. You can use a heavier cardstock if you want. Just be mindful when you're doing the folds, because you're going to be going against the fibers at some point that you could, crack it at the corners, which is fine, but just be mindful of that. And then for this particular one, I cut it, this is the bottom piece, and I cut it at 11.5 by 11.5 square. And then this piece, which will be the top box, part of the box, is 11.75 by 11.75. So if you're going to use a single-sided paper, you want the print on the bottom. If you're going to use a heavier cardstock and it's a double-sided, whatever print you want on the outside to show, you need that down. You don't have to do the same for the top and the bottom. That's what I've done, but you don't necessarily have to do it. If you want to use white, if you want to use craft, whatever for the bottom, it's up to you. But if you want them to match, you would obviously need the same print for both top and bottom. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your piece of paper, and I'm going to try to keep my head out of frame as best I can. You're going to fold it in half. And you can absolutely use your bone folder for this, and you'd want to, if you're going to use a heavier cardstock, you'd want to use your bone folder. So you're going to fold it in half, open it up, turn it, and fold it in half again. Yeah, see, this paper is not. How I learned how to do these boxes, guys, is, you know how there's those, if you like simple kids craft website type things, quick and easy kids crafts. That's where I learned to do this box. And I thought, well, if they can do it, surely I can do it. And actually, get a piece of paper here. What they had shown, hang on. What they had shown was to take an 8.5 by 11 and fold it, like this to get a square, and then cut it there to get a square piece of paper. So I thought, well, if they can do that with that, and it made a little box, and if they could do that, why couldn't you do it with a bigger piece of paper? So that's how I ended up doing this size of the box. So again, we're going to fold it in half, open it, turn it, fold it in half, and then you're going to open it. So now what you're going to do, each point you're going to bring to the middle. So you're going to bring this point to the middle where they all meet, and fold it, crease it. Same here. Oh, this one's a little off. Okay, I'm going to do this side. All four sides. Now these, you want to be careful here because you don't really want them to overlap. If it does a little, it's okay. And again, if your paper is not perfectly square, you're going to have a gap. And there's nothing you can do about it if your paper's not totally square, but that's okay. Okay, so once you've brought all those corners to the center, okay, what you're gonna do is you are going to fold each side just to the middle. Fold it to the middle, crease it, open it back up, turn it, fold it to the middle, crease it, open it back up. Just do that to all four sides. Okay? So, it's still looking the same way, we've just folded these and opened them. And the reason for doing that was, because now if you open two of the sides, and I know it's white paper and it's probably hard to see, you've got a single line here from where everything meets. When you folded here and folded here, you created a little square. And that created a line right there from our initial fold. So you're gonna cut, and I can't see, you are gonna cut straight, oops, I didn't do it, straight down that line, okay? So you've got the cut there, little cut right there, okay? You're gonna do that to all four of them. Sorry if my head's in the way. Sometimes you just can't avoid it. Okay. Okay. So now you've got these four cuts right here. Okay, so if you have where there's a point up here and a point down here, these are going to be the sides of your box. So you're going to fold these in, and now you've got these little flaps that you created by cutting the paper there. Okay, so you fold that flap in, fold that flap in, and fold this up. And that's one of your sides. Okay, same with this side. Fold your flaps in, and then fold them up, and there's two of your sides of the box. Okay, now with these, you're going to fold this flap in, this flap in, and you're going to bring this up to tuck it in. Technically with this box, you don't even have to glue it. You can to make it sturdier. I'll show you. And then again, you're going to take this flap, fold it in, and take this flap, fold it in, okay? And then you're going to bring this up and tuck it in, okay? So there's your other piece of the box. If you want to put glue on the inside just under here, you can, so that they'll stay, but technically you don't have to, especially if you're using a heavier weight, you don't have to. So now here's your bottom, the one I created earlier, and here's your top. Again, this one was cut at 11 1/2 squared, and this is 11 3/4, okay? So, should just slide very easily right in there. There's your box, okay? Now, if you want to reinforce it, which I do sometimes, and on my video where I showed the box and the mini for the swap, I did reinforce the bottom. All I did was cut, you know me and my cereal boxes, I cut a piece from a cereal box that fit in there. I put the print side down. Obviously we don't want to see that, so the craft side was showing, and then I just put, in that instance, I put white felt over it. You can put felt, material, whatever you want, but that'll reinforce it, because obviously, especially this lighter weight paper, that's all, you're only using paper, so even though it's pretty sturdy, especially if you do decide to glue, and I don't know if I did on this one. Yes, no I didn't. I guess I didn't glue any of mine. Oh, this one I did. This one, you see, I did glue, put a little glue in the bottom, so those weren't coming up, okay? But again, technically you don't have to, because everything just sits right in there nicely. But you can, to reinforce it, you can, whether you want to put chipboard or a cereal box or whatever, just put that in there and cover it with something, okay? But there is your little gift box that is made out of 2 pieces of paper. And again, like I said, these were the 12 by 12 because when I saw, what did I do with the paper? When I saw and again, it was, you know, easy kids crafts or whatever. I figured they could do it, I could do it, right? I would hope so. Again, they did, so if you want to make a smaller version, you absolutely can. You can either just cut it, but this is how they showed the kids to do it, was to fold your 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper like that. Oh, I got 2 pieces here. And then you just cut this off. And I think in the video they showed them to fold it here so you'd have the line. And so anyway, and then they just used this piece to make the box. So if you wanted to make a smaller box, obviously you're just going to use smaller sizes of square paper. And again, this one was 11.5 and this one was cut at 11 3/4. Okay? I hope you guys give it a try. Tracy, now that you know how to do it, I hope you give it a try. And we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.